Tamra Judge reignites feud with Jennifer Pedranti as RHOC newbie claps back. Tamra Judge seemingly made peace with her castmates at the Real Housewives of Orange County reunion, but that didn't last very long. New year, same old Tamra as Jennifer Jen Pedranti just learned after recently being trashed by the blonde beauty. Jen clapped back at Tamra for a comment she made on a recent episode of The Two Teas in a Pod with her co-host Teddy Mellencamp. Jen's fiance, Ryan Boyajian, also bashed Tamra for criticizing the 47-year-old over what was meant to be a kind gesture. It started because Jen messaged Teddy after news broke that the RHOBH alum had filed for divorce from Edwin Arroyev. Tamra had a lot to say about that, claiming Jen's move was very calculated. Tamra Judge says her RHOC castmate Jennifer Pedranti is very calculated. Tamra and Teddy discussed Jen on an episode of their podcast, and the RHOC star shared how she really felt about her castmate. "I told you that Jen Pedranti DM'd me and I wrote her back," shared Teddy. "Oh, of course she does," Tamra chimed in. "Wasn't it just a month ago she was going off on you and Erica?" Jen got criticism from Erica and Teddy in September 2024 for referring to Tamra as trash. However, she didn't go off on the duo. She responded in the comment section of their post and doubled down on her initial comment about Tamra. That's where it ended, so Jen had no issues reaching out to Teddy regarding her divorce. The former Beverly Hills housewife didn't see anything wrong with the gesture, but Tamra did, calling it very calculated. Jennifer claps back at Tamra. Jen quickly responded to Tamra, putting her on blast, and shared a screenshot of her message to Teddy. "So here are my very calculated DMs," noted Jen in her Instagram caption. "My message to another woman going through a hard time isn't calculated. It's called being a human." That RHOC star's DM to Teddy read, "I just wanted to send you a message. Divorce is so hard. I hope you and the kids are doing ok. Sending good thoughts your way." Teddy responded, "Thank you. My heart is broken. I feel very scared and lost, and all things aside, I appreciate you reaching out." Jen also got support from her fiance, Ryan, in the comment section of her post as she blasted Tamra for being Tamra. "Wait. This very calculated comment was said about you just 3 days ago. I thought the last time we all heard she was working on herself," exclaimed Ryan. "Babe, I'm proud of you. Kindness and love, oh yeah, and authenticity, all Aleya's shine brightest," he added. The drama on The Real Housewives of Orange County just got a fresh infusion of chaos as Tamra Judge, the self-proclaimed pot stirrer of the OC, reignited her simmering feud with Jennifer Pedranti. Tamra's knack for delivering sharp-toned quips and Jennifer's newfound confidence have set the stage for a clash of titanic proportions, one that's got Bravo fans buzzing. It all began at a charity gala hosted by Emily Simpson, who, true to her neutral Switzerland-like stance, tried to bring the ladies together under the guise of philanthropy. But anyone who's been keeping up with the RHOC knows that no amount of goodwill can suppress the seismic personalities of the housewives. Emily's efforts were quickly overshadowed when Tamra walked in, her entrance commanding attention as if she were a queen returning to her court. Jennifer, seated at a nearby table, clocked Tamra's arrival immediately. The tension between the two had been brewing since earlier in the season, when Tamra accused Jennifer of being less than honest about her relationship with her boyfriend Ryan. Tamra's allegations of infidelity and marriage wrecking had clearly struck a nerve, and Jennifer's typically laid-back demeanor was showing cracks. Tamra wasted no time making her presence known. Dressed in a fiery red jumpsuit that mirrored her combative energy, she sidled up to the bar and loudly ordered a tequila shot, a move that drew sly smirks from Shannon Beater and Heather Dubrow. It wasn't long before Tamra's voice carried across the room as she launched into a story about how some people pretend to be perfect but have skeletons rattling in their closets. While she didn't name names, the pointed glare she sent in Jennifer's direction left no room for doubt. Jennifer, dressed in a sleek emerald gown that showcased her unbothered elegance, refused to take the bait, at least not initially. She leaned over to whisper to Jenna Kirschenheiter, who appeared torn between giggling and gasping at the shade being thrown. But as Tamra's commentary grew louder and more biting, Jennifer decided it was time to clap back. Tamra, Jennifer called out, her voice steady but laced with venom. If you have something to say, why don't you say it to my face instead of performing for the room? The room went silent as every head turned toward the brewing storm. Tamra's eyebrows shot up, and a sly grin spread across her face. She thrived on confrontation, and Jennifer had just handed her an open invitation. "Oh honey, trust me, I'm not performing," Tamra shot back. "I'm just speaking my truth. If that makes you uncomfortable, maybe it's because you know there's some truth to it." Jennifer rose from her seat, her emerald gown flowing dramatically as she walked toward Tamra. Her confident strides belied the irritation flickering in her eyes. "Your truth? Or your version of events that keep you relevant?" she retorted. "Because I've noticed you love stirring the pot when the spotlight's not on you." The tension was palpable as the two women squared off. Shannon and Heather exchanged worried glances, while Gina and Emily whispered furiously, debating whether to step in or let the showdown play out. Ultimately, they opted for the latter. Bravo cameras were rolling after all. Tamra's grin widened, but her tone turned icy. "You're right, Jennifer. I do love the spotlight, but at least I'm honest about who I am. Can you say the same? Or are you still trying to convince everyone that your boyfriend's wandering eye is just a misunderstanding?" Jennifer's jaw tightened, but she refused to back down. "Ryan and I have our issues, just like any couple, but at least I'm not projecting my insecurities onto everyone else. You can call me whatever you want, Tamra, but I'm not the one with a track record of tearing people down to make myself feel better." The room collectively gasped, and Tamra's expression darkened. For a moment, it seemed like she might lunge forward, but instead she took a deliberate step back and raised her glass in a mock toast. "Well, cheers to that, Jennifer," she said, her voice dripping with sarcasm. "Here's to honesty, integrity, and all the other buzzwords you're trying to sell. But let's see how long your little fairy tale lasts before reality catches up." Jennifer's retort was swift. "And here's to you, Tamra, the queen of deflection. Keep pointing fingers and making noise, because that's all you've got left." With that, Jennifer turned on her heel and walked back to her table, leaving Tamra momentarily speechless. The crowd erupted into murmurs as the tension began to dissipate, but the aftermath of the confrontation was far from over. Later in her confessional, Tamra doubled down on her stance. "Jennifer can act all high and mighty, but she knows I'm right. She's just mad because I'm not afraid to call her out. If she wants to step into the ring with me, she'd better be ready for a fight." Jennifer, meanwhile, had her own thoughts to share. "Tamra's good at throwing stones from her glass house, but I'm not here to play her games. I came into this group to be myself, and if that threatens her, that's her problem, not mine." As the night wore on, the other housewives attempted to smooth things over, but the divide between Tamra and Jennifer only deepened. Emily, ever the voice of reason, tried to broker peace by suggesting a sit-down between the two, but both women made it clear that reconciliation was not on the horizon. "Tamra's not going to change," Jennifer told Gina as they left the event. "And honestly, I'm done trying to be the bigger person. If she wants to keep coming for me, she's going to find out that I'm not as nice as she thinks." The feud between Tamra Judge and Jennifer Pedranti has now escalated to a level that promises fireworks for the rest of the season. With both women refusing to back down, it's only a matter of time before their next confrontation erupts. And while the other housewives may grow weary of playing peacemakers, Bravo fans are undoubtedly here for every second of the drama.